No, I'm not doing 50 turns. Oh god, dude, that would take so long. That'd be over. I cannot cast for that long. Okay, and we are back, guys. For people who are new to the series, I want to go ahead and preface this by saying that this is the grand finale, alright? So if you don't want the culmination of an entire game spoiled for you right here, you might want to go watch the other ones, alright? So that's just a quick heads up. But to those of you that are going to move forward with this grand finale, before we jump into this, I just want to go ahead and break down what we've got here as we move forward. We have Peach here, who is the winner of the last board, coming back for a return victory, as well as the three people, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, and Wario, that are joining her in this Bowser Land finale, which of course was selected by Twitch chat, and that was actually the order they were selected in. Dong, 27% of the votes, Yoshi 25, and Wario with 19 respectively, so good on them. Thank you for the 400-bit Scandork, putting it all in on Wario. We'll see, man. Wario's made waves in the past, and we'll see if he continues to make waves as we move forward. We return to the dice roll phase, and we have 4, 5, 3, 7. The spread relatively low rolls across the board here, but we are going to have Wario, DK, Peach, and Yoshi in that order. Now again, this is the Bowser stage, which has additional obstacles that are thrown in on purpose. Some people might not like this stage very much, but we gotta go for the Bowser stage, man. It's a requirement, right? So again, if you guys are interested in doing this for yourself, it's as simple as starting as a single player, opening up the controller settings, and swapping to a CPU. And with that, we're off, guys. Now, something that is very common in these Mario Party 2 and Mario Party 3 boards is a bank right at the beginning, and that is no exception here. All these players are going to be hitting that bank early on, which is going to prevent them from getting to the star and picking it up in the opening turns. At least, it's made more difficult, at the very least. Made more difficult at the very least. And as we get into this first item minigame, while nothing has happened yet, as always, I like to ask the Twitch chat here, you guys in chat, and people that may be watching on YouTube or the Twitch highlight, who do you guys have your money on, alright? What team are you on? I want to see who you guys are supporting. Knowing who the fan favorite is always kind of cool to see, because, you know, you can know who's on your team and all that jazz. But as I say that, we have Wario picking up the pocket chest. You never know when you're gonna need those, man. Never know when you're gonna need those. And I talked about this a bit in previous episodes, but the plunder chest, which does let you steal an item from the player of your choice, is made more powerful in Mario Party 2 because players can only have one item in this game. So when you steal an item from someone, you know exactly what you're gonna get. Moving forward in Mario Party 3 and onward, it's a bit of a toss-up, right? It's randomized, but in Mario Party 2, you know what you're getting. As I say that, though, we enter into our first minigame of the board. It is going to be in the form of Filet Relay 1v3. Now, over the course of the Mario Party 2 games, we've seen the solo player has frequently been at the disadvantage because they get hit by the players that are finishing their segment. Because for whatever reason, the solo players always seem to be lagging behind, and that is no exception here. Wario making it kind of close, but DK, this man is booking it! Oh, but he flops, dude, and this gives Wario a chance, but Wario actually hits DK in the back, which knocks him down the hill and gives DK a chance to snag out the win. A bit of a misplay by DK, but it works out in the long run. That is something that I don't think we've ever seen before in Filet Relay. But it did not matter. Unlucky for Wario and Wario fans everywhere. Now Wario hits up the parade planning office and opts to not give money and choose to go left, which is a little interesting given as the stars on the right-hand side of the board. Perhaps he's got something in mind, something up his sleeve. Oh, but we have a Bowser space from Peach. Peach actually the last board winner, and I feel like, I believe the first time she's won out of all the CPU matches we've done. You know, we're on match number 11, and it took her until match 10 to get a win. But she is here, and she is back, and we'll see if maybe she can finish off Mario Party 2 with a 2-game win streak. She does have to pay the toll to Bowser, though, I think minus 20 coins, which is kind of unfortunate. These early coin pickups are these early coin leads are actually very important. They kind of set the pace for the game. Yoshi doing some shenanigans over on the right-hand side of the board. We've got a 2v2 coming in hot. And it is going to be in the form of Handcar Havoc. This minigame is probably one of my favorite ones as far as 2v2s in Mario Party 2, because it not only relies on team coordination, it also relies on mashing. So it's a test of how good you are at both of those things. The players here have to mash to make the cart go fast, but also lean in the right direction in order to get max speed. About halfway through, it's neck and neck with the yellow team on the right, a slight edge. But the Yoshi and Wario team are not out of it yet. We are literally pixels apart here. The team on the right still with a slight edge as we enter into the final segment. Will they be able to close it out? And it looks like they do, but just barely. That was a nail biter the whole way through. Peach and DK, an unlikely duo, showing a decent amount of synergy there to close out the win. And this is still anyone's game, guys. We have no stars on the board, and three players actually, all with 18 coins. DK himself sitting on 30. So we're looking at about a 12 coin difference between first and last place. Now, I believe the gimmick on this Bowser stage is that some of the banks will actually pay you money, and if you land on the bank, instead of getting money, you have to pay the total amount that's been taken out, which is a unique twist to what we're used to seeing here. But those money pickups are actually big because that allows these guys to do so much. Money in this game, in the early Mario parties, is imperative to success. Not only can you buy whatever you want from the bank, but, I mean, you gotta make those star purchases too. We do have another 1v3 coming in here. The solo player this time, Mr. Yoshi, the Yosh Man. Now the rules of this minigame are pretty simple. If you're the solo player, stay alive. If you're the team of 3, throw a bomb into the basket. We'll see how these guys play it out. Yoshi going out immediately. I was going to compliment his dodging skills, but he just glides right into that bomb, that well-placed bomb by Wario, and going out in like 5 seconds. That is crazy, man. The team of 3 actually dominated there. We don't normally see that. And, you know, just like that, the 12 coin spread from the last turn has become much more substantial. DK now sitting on 48 coins. Another interesting gimmick about this game that I should say is that you see these players are hitting these parade planning offices. Occasionally, I think it's towards the end of the board, a Bowser parade does come out, and the direction that it takes is dependent on what is set by the players. As I say that, though, we have our first Boo encounter, which is going to be onto Wario. Wario, the coin leader. This could be big. This could set the pace for the coin star. Oh, but Wario holding down the fort. We saw this last board as well. I think he's probably one of the most resilient guys we've seen in terms of like Boo star steals or coin steals, because very rarely do we see players get more than about 6 coins out of him. Now, another interesting thing is we saw both Wario and DK go into that central island I think there is only one way to get out of there, but I have not played this board in quite some time, so I'm a little unsure of a few of these things. I do apologize. It'll be an adventure for you guys and me both. But we do have another Boo encounter, and this time it's going to be on to DK from Peach. Oh, DK also holding down the fort, only giving 6 of those coins to Peach as well. We're not seeing a lot of coins exchanging hands from Boo. That's very interesting. Oh, the parade is going to be hitting in one turn. Now we have 3 people that are all stuck in this central area. Yoshi up here doing his own thing, though. And we're going to have another Yoshi 1v3. We'll see what the minigame is this time, and if it favors the team of 1. And it's not looking like it's going to. But I think it's a toss-up, man. I'm throwing some statistics out here into this cast because I feel like we've done enough Mario Party 2 that we kind of know trends. And I think this minigame is one of those games that we've seen an even 50-50 split between the team of 1 and team of 3. As I say that, though, this man is on fire. Yoshi taking out 2 players in under 10 seconds. Getting close to the halfway point here. Will Wario do it? Will he stand strong for his team? 10 seconds on the clock. And he does not. Yoshi choking a bit, but at the end of the day, closing it out. Good stuff indeed. Adam with the 2-month resub, who says, Adam, what are you doing at 2 a.m. Watching a computer play video games? I'm just here for the commentary. Hey man, thanks for the 2, Adam. Appreciate it. Glad you're liking the stream. And it is time for a Bowser Parade. Oh, but there was some technical difficulty, so the Bowser Parade is put off. False alarm, guys. Jebaited. Ah, yes, so this is what can happen on this board. These players get stuck in an endless loop until they land on that question mark space. Which is very detrimental because if other players are not stuck in this loop, they're given free reign to move about the board. So what we're seeing here, actually, is Yoshi able to freely move around while these guys are stuck in purgatory, more or less. However, it is fairly lenient. There are a lot of question mark spaces that do free you, and Peach does hit one there. So she makes her encounter in that section only a 1-turn encounter. Yoshi actually, I think, right on track to get a star and take an early lead here. We'll see if he can close it out as we move on to yet another 1v3. This time in the form of Bowl Over. The solo player this time being Wario. Now I think, actually I know with 100% certainty, we have never seen the team of 3 win this minigame because they like to all bunch up for no reason. We'll see if it happens again here. The shell is out, and all players are lining up on the right-hand side. Why are you like this? Every time, man. Every time. Wario also getting a few bonus pins there to snag that first place lead. Why are they like that, dude? They do it every time. Mario again, just stuck in purgatory. Another turn in purgatory, says Wario as he shakes his head. DK looks at him and nods. He says, yes, this is rather unfortunate, isn't it? Peach, though, hot on the heels of Yoshi. As Yoshi gets ever closer to the star, we might actually see him pick it up this turn. Ooh, unlucky. He rolls not high enough, and he is now 2 spaces away. Will he be able to close it out? We're gonna have to wait another turn to see. Munich with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much for that sub, dude. Raise peas in the chat. Thanks, man. That does mean a lot. Alright, we do have another 2v2 minigame, though. And this minigame is relatively simple. Destroy the statue before your opponents do. And there are 3 techniques used. The punch kick and the ground pound on top. We'll see what the players opt to go for here. Yoshi going for the headbutt with DK. And it's looking like the team on the left, though, might have a slight lead. They seem to have a bit better synergy. The team on the right, though, are resilient. They are holding on strong, and they realize that the only way they're going to be able to win is if they keep punching. Peach occasionally going for a jump on the left, a jump kick, which might be giving him the edge. This is neck and neck though, guys. It's tough to say. As I say that though, the statue does break. The team on the left closes it out. Good stuff by Wario and Peach. Wario, of course, the coin leader, will be trying to grow that lead with that minigame win, but Peach is still very hot on his heels. All players actually now having a decent amount of money. The star could be literally anyone's if any of them were to cross it this turn. But I think realistically the only chances of seeing something like that happening are as if Peach gets a big roll and steals it out from Yoshi, or if Yoshi gets higher than a 1 this turn, which for Yoshi fans, you're really hoping he does. What's up, Snug? Wayrest with the 12-month resub, who says 1 year monkass. Thanks for the 1 year Wayrest, appreciate that. Peach does not get the high roll though, and she's not gonna be able to close it out. Yoshi just barely squeezes it out. He wants it to be as dramatic as possible. But just like that, we've got a star on the board. And it is in the hands of Mr. Yoshi, a certain Yoshi himself. However, with the star being right in the middle pathway like that, it is perfectly lined up for Peach. So we're looking like a potential second early star pickup on the next turn with a high enough roll from Peach. Yoshi, though, tied for all-time wins in these grudge matches, wants to no longer be tied. He wants to break the tie. He wants to say, I am the Mario Party champion. And he wants to do it in style in this Mario Party 2 finale. Stop. But we do have Shell Shocked. Wario with an early shot. He is tracking the heck out of DK, and DK is oblivious. And he's going to go down immediately. As I say that, though, Peach locks on and with a very well-placed lob shot takes out Yoshi. And insane stuff by Peach there in that minigame. I don't think she missed a single shot. Peach is coming alive here, guys. She is the reigning champion, and she wants to defend her title today. And she is proving that both on board plays and minigame plays. Mario and DK actually really in sync this board so far. They have been pretty much within a few spaces of one another for the past 5. But as I say that, Wario decides to nope the heck out of there with a warp pipe, and DK continues onward on the path. Peach, though, with a high enough roll, just as predicted, is going to be able to pick up that star, which will take her from 3rd place all the way into 1st. And there it is. Peach answers right back to that Yoshi star. And now there were 2. Oh, man, you gotta hate that. If you are Donkey Kong, you're definitely stressing over that. You were so close. In fact, you were right on top of the star. But because you started your turn there, you can't get it. Unlucky stuff for the dong. We do have a Bowser space in play though, and the first place lead of Peach is brought down by quite a decent amount with that -20. I think that might actually tie Yoshi with Peach for first. Oh, she has a 1 coin edge. Yoshi here continuing the slow rolls as he traverses the lower right portion of the map. And we're going to have our first battle minigame, guys. I'm surprised it took us this long, in all honesty. And it is a 20 coin, which is not bad given that 2 of the players here could afford the full pot. Now there's a decent amount at stake here. Whoever's in first is defined by this minigame, as well as the coin star leader. So all 4 players are in it to win it here. There's a lot at stakes, and it is going to be crazy cutters. We'll see how good these guys are at tracing this blooper today. 2 players on the left opting to go for the clockwise strat, the guys on the right opting to go for the counterclockwise, and we've seen pretty good tracking from Peach so far. Actually, Wario also killing it. Yoshi with a bit of a rough start. DK really with a pretty bad blemish onto the blooper in the top right, but this is going to be a tough one. I think Wario might have it, but it's really anyone's game. And he does Very strong stuff by him. Coming alive to clutch that one out. I don't really know if I agree with what some of the guys were doing there with their tracing, but what can you do, man? What can you do? Yoshi does get second place, though, which is going to put him pretty firmly in first place for the time being, and also Wario sitting on top of 77 coins. That is a pretty formidable amount. Definitely respectable. Now with a 2v2 minigame, in play it is going to be Looney Lumberjacks. This game is all about being in sync with your partner. You guys need to really be zen with one another, because when one player is hitting their button, the other player can't hit their button. Otherwise, you will see what we see on the left here, which is the abrupt stopping of the saw. Now the team on the left, other than those few blemishes we saw at the beginning, are doing pretty well, but the team on the right are killing it right now. Very much in sync, and they do close it out. Wario continuing to grow that coin lead now, pushing his number of coins up to 87 from 77. And Peach answering back to Yoshi's minor coin gain that he got from that battle minigame. Wario with a big roll, though. And that load now pushes him over 90 coins. Oh, but in an interesting turn of events, he does take the skeleton key. And he can use this to steal a star. I did not expect this, guys. And he opts to go for the Yoshi Man because Yoshi is in first. So actually, Yoshi getting greedy in that battle minigame has cost him his star. Wario now jumping into first place with that. Insane stuff by him. Insane stuff by him, dude. Oh, but we have Bowser's chance time. This turn is not over yet. This is getting more interesting by the second. There's a lot at stake here. And the person giving coins to Bowser is going to be Peach. I mean, she's giving 10. And I think she only has 10, maybe slightly more than that. So the 10 coins she got from that minigame win have been stripped away from her yet again. See you later, Peach. Meanwhile, we forgot about this. DK actually was on the space that the star appeared on, which has gotta suck, but we do have two, potentially three big items in this item minigame in the form of the dueling glove, the Boobell, and the magic lamp. We'll see which this guy opts to go for here. Oh, and apparently he's opting for none of them. He instead chooses to go for the Bowser cosplay in the form of the Bowser suit. He does pick it up. That is an interesting turn of events. I did not expect that from him. We'll see how he opts to use that in the late game. Oh, $3 from Teddy Wop, by the way, who says a tip for the fantastic commentary. Hey, thanks so much, Teddy Wop. Appreciate that, man. It means a lot. And Bowser is actually right on the heels. Whoa! As I say that, though, we have a hidden block. But it is just a little tease there, as it does not have a star. It does just have 20 coins. That being said, those 20 coins could determine whether or not Peach can get the star, because she is the closest to the next star. So all eyes are on her moving forward. And we have Speed Hockey, probably another one of my favorite 2v2 minigames. These are probably two of my top three. The rules are simple. It's literally air hockey. Score on your opponents, don't score on yourself. First to 3 wins. And as I say that, I can't even get the words out of my mouth. The red team does score on themselves, and the green team just doesn't even play the minigame. At this point, it's a matter of which team can throw harder. So far, the green team is throwing harder. But we've got a little back and forth action here. A very well played point from all players. Oh, and the red team does close it out. And give Peach and Yoshi the victory. I don't really know how I feel about that. I have very mixed emotions because they threw really, really hard at the beginning, but that last point was definitely pretty hyped, so. Silver lining. Silver lining. But we have a Bowser parade. Here we go. And Wario is the first one affected by the Bowser parade. But I think Yoshi might also potentially be in the line of fire here. Oh, he is not. He just barely dodges it. Wario brought back to start and drained of most of his money. How unfortunate for him. And you know, a few turns ago, we were talking about how he is the coin leader, but there it is, dude. Not only does he get hit by the Bowser Parade, he has to pay the loans. And he is now left with nothing. 0 coins. He gets hit with the double whammy. And, you know, originally, Wario had a pretty firm lead when he stole that star from Yoshi, but now, he has nothing. He's got nothing, and Peach has quite a dominating lead in first. And it's looking like she might get another star here soon. Ooh, Yoshi dodging a bullet, almost landing on the Lone Ping station. Woo! We are having some very close calls through on this board through these first few turns. We are now returning to Filet Relay. This time the solo player is Peach, who has shown herself to be quite a contender through this board so far. We'll see if she can maybe pull off the impossible and get the solo upset. It's looking unlikely though, as DK, with a very strong start, has a smooth handoff to Yoshi. Yoshi hitting the bottom of that snowball, but still doing relatively well. Peach caught on his heels though. But, oh, she barely dodges the Yoshi bullet there. Wario, though, looking to close it out. No problems. And again, the team of 3 pulls out the W there. Yo, 100 bits from Minecraft Joe, who says, hey man, been a long time since I've watched one of your streams. Really glad to catch a grudge match live, though. Hey man, glad you can be here for it. Thank you so much for the bits. The team of 3 was really on point there. And you see that notification, last 10 turns, means we have reached the halfway point of the board, and this is when stuff really starts to light up. To start things off, we are going to see the Bowser cosplay, the Bowser suit coming out from DK, which does allow you to steal 20 coins if you do pass them. Now this is actually a pretty smart play because another side effect of the Bowser suit does what you just saw there. Whenever you do pass a Bowser Jr., they do think that you are Bowser and give you money. Unfortunately, he doesn't make it to Peach though in time. The roll is too low. Peach keeps her money, and now she gets the star. There it is. There it is. Whoa. Gotta bring this back. Ooh, and again, the star is right where players just were. Yet another tease out of these Bowser stars. That is rough, man. That is super rough. And I think Peach actually is the closest to this star as well. That seems to be the story of the game so far. Yoshi got the early star, but in an interesting turn of events, she opts to go away from the star. I don't know if I agree with that play by her. We'll see if Yoshi chooses to make the same choice. He does not. Oh, but we have a hidden block! Woo! It does not have a star, though. We have been teased twice in a row. And I think for the first time in grudge match history, we have seen 2 hidden blocks and no stars. That is insane. You don't see that very often. Oh, Sneak and Store, probably one of my favorite minigames to commentate. This minigame is a 2-part system. The players must go down and hit a button without getting caught by the chomp here, and then go back to the exit. We have our first pop, and DK, slow to react, does go out. All 3 of the players on the right are neck and neck. I think Yoshi might have a slight edge. Oh, and as I say that, he also fails to react and gets taken out. It's now down to Peach and Wario. We enter into the closing sections, and it is going to be Peach who squeezes that one out from Wario. And again, Peach wins the minigame. Like I said, guys, she's showing herself both in-game on the board, but also in the minigames. She has come to play tonight, guys. Interestingly enough, though, she did go the wrong direction last turn, and I wonder what was going through her head when she made that choice, you know? What made her decide to go away from the star? Maybe she has something tricky up her sleeve, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Well, tricky or not, we do have a battle minigame. We'll see what the coin count is going to be on this one. It is just a 10 coin minigame. But you know, with Wario there floundering with 6 coins, he could really use a win here. And it is going to be Hot Bob-omb. I think a minigame that we have not seen very much, if at all, throughout the course of these Grudge Match series. The rules of this minigame are simple. Don't be holding the bomb when it blows up. You can throw it to any player. You can kind of see what team the players are on, if they have any alliances or rivals, as they choose to throw it from player to player. As you can see, DK hasn't even gotten the bomb at all yet. As I say that though, he does get it. But he's just been cruising up there. Wario the first to go out. Wario had so much action with that first Bob-omb. And DK, the person who we haven't seen a lot of in this minigame, does catch the bomb at an unfortunate moment. We've got a 1v1 here. It is Peach and Yoshi Yoshi comes out on top. That is a pretty good coin pickup for the Yoshi man. Peach also profiting, if only by 2 coins. But, well played by all players, well played. Unfortunate for Wario and DK fans, but it is what it is. Yoshi now pushing for that coin star. Wario did push 90 coins not too long ago, before he lost it all. But I didn't realize how close Yoshi was with 89. And we have another battle minigame. This defines the coin star, so a win for Yoshi here would be huge. Given that no one else has nearly as many coins as him, this coin star record that he might set with this minigame win could push into the late game. And it is going to be the RNG minigame of Day at the Races. This minigame is interesting because all of these contestants, they move at different rates and using different methods. So pitting them against one another is always a treat. DK does opt to go for the Bob-omb. Yoshi picks up the Thwomp. Wario with the Boo, and Peach with the block there. For some reason I can't remember his name, my bad. Now the Boos were always a favorite of mine when I played this minigame when I was younger because of their teleportation ability. So you see here that the Boo is just slowly gliding along, but you do get teleports like that you're seeing there, which always brings him back into it. We'll see if he can close it out though. And he does! As I say that, the teleportation will push him over the line, and we do see that win from Wario. Wario answering back. So the 2 players that lost last battle minigame actually coming in first and second here. Interesting stuff indeed. I'm not sure about the name of that guy being a cube dispenser, but I do kind of like it. Oh, Yoshi does get the pity coin though, so shoutouts to Yoshi. And we are going to have a 4-player minigame. We have not seen any yellow text minigames yet. So this is going to be another one of those minigames where winner takes all. However, there are a few extra bonus coins that are thrown in. Nothing substantial, but you know, something to kind of reward you for joining. And it is going to be Skateboard Scamper. Now this minigame is all about mashing. The players here are quickly mashing the B button as fast as they can. Only hitting the A button to jump over those obstacles or pick up coins like we see there. All 4 players opting to go for the bonus coin, and this is neck and neck. Peach though, with a quick lead, but she actually falls behind shortly after. This is anyone's game though. This is still too close to call as we enter into the closing minutes. It's looking like it might be Yoshi. It is Wario though. Out of all players, I did not expect Wario to snag that one, but he does. And that is going to bring him back into the money, man. He is very quickly rebuilding his coin empire. My favorite minigame is probably Hot Rope Jump. And through this turn, not a whole lot going on. Through these first few moves, the players just simply landing where they may. Ooh, Peach opting to change the direction of the Bowser Parade though. That's an interesting move by her. and also choosing to go the opposite direction, it makes you wonder, is she just scared of potentially being in a Bowser parade or what? Yoshi, though, closing out the star and actually picking up his second star of the board, even though it only will show one because he did have it stolen by Wario. But that's actually a pretty big pickup because with the amount of coins that he has, a pretty decent coin stack, he could very easily snag first place as we move into bonus stars here in not too long. We are on just the fringe of the end game. We have not quite hit the last 5 turns, but it'll be here very, very soon. And it is going to be 1v3 in the form of Bob-omb Barrage, the solo player this time in the form of DK. We'll see if maybe the Dong has slightly better dodging skills than the Yosh Man. Yoshi going out in 12 seconds, I believe, last time. There were 48 seconds on the clock. We'll see if maybe DK can, at most, or at the very least, best that. And we actually had a rare double bomb from Yoshi and Wario to kind of rub a little salt in the wound. They made a statement by saying, not only did we win, we won twice. There it is. He gets fragged almost immediately. Now, I didn't comment on this last turn, but the star actually was placed behind an area only accessible through a skeleton key, so the value of a skeleton key has gone up substantially here. DK actually in a very good spot here, hoping for the skeleton key. It is not there on this Bowser Slots item minigame, though, unfortunately. However, there is the Boo Bell. A Boo Bell could be huge as we approach late game, especially for someone like DK who has yet to get anywhere on the board, but instead he opts to get the Bowser Bomb. Now this is a very interesting pickup, which was intentional. You could see he waited for this. This is an interesting move because it puts Yoshi in the line of fire. At the end of the turn, for those of you who don't know how the Bowser Bomb works, as I say that though, we have another star, I was gonna say Star Steal, but you didn't have the money. A coin steal from Yoshi. We'll see if Yoshi can hold off as well as DK and Wario did in the early game. Unfortunately, he cannot though, and 16 instead of 6 coins are given to the Peach Menace. Anyways, moving back to the explanation, for those of you who don't know what the Bowser Bomb does, it does activate Bowser at the end of the turn, and any of the players who are in the line of fire of Bowser do lose, I believe, all of their coins. So Yoshi, with this 9 roll, is actually saving his skin by getting the heck out of there. He knows the danger of what's in the area. Oh, and Yoshi hitting the shop and picking up a skeleton key. This is big. And we get a hidden block! We are 3 for 3 on hidden blocks, but none of them are stars. That's actually very surprising. The coin pickup, though, is still substantial. And here it is, the Bowser Bomb. As I move forward, though, or as we move into this, thank you very much, Travi with the 11, who says, what the heck, we're getting close to a year of subbing. Yeah, I know, right? Can you believe it? Thanks for the 11, man. Welcome back. Bowser does, I think, roll high enough. We might see Yoshi get wiped out. Oh, but Bowser chooses to go the opposite direction, sparing Yoshi's life. Wow, that's actually super surprising. Bowser going the wrong direction to take out Yoshi. Moving forward, we do have Hexagon Heat. Hexagon Heat is probably one of the most intense 4-player minigames there is. The rules are simple. Go to the platform. That's the color of the toad color. Wario with the back and forth. Oh, but unfortunately for him, he could not hold on in time, and he does go out. Through 2 rounds, we do have, I was going to say 3 players, but as I say that, Peach goes out. And it's now a 1v1 between the Yosh Man and DK. Ooh, and they butted heads a few times, but DK comes out on top. Now that play was actually huge by Bowser, of all people, a player who's not even on the leaderboards here, to not wipe out Yoshi's coins, because by sparing Yoshi's coins, not only is he in a good position to get to the star, he also has a skeleton key. And he's sitting on 80 coins, which is putting him dangerously close to that coin star record, so Yoshi making waves right now, starting to come alive here in the second half. Ooh, and Wario though, one space away from a boot. He will be hitting that next turn, and depending on if Yoshi gets a star this turn or not, will determine who Wario steals a star from. You know, will we see that Peach star steal, or will we see the Yoshi star steal? This is actually very substantial because it does again set the pacing for the rest of the game. And Peach lands on the bank, does have to pay the loans. That's gonna be minus 20 from her. But when I think Yoshi rolled just high enough to pick up the star, which is both good and bad, but we do have a battle minigame, and that changes everything. If Wario loses this battle minigame, he will not have enough money to steal a star next turn. So all eyes are gonna be on Wario as we move into the Bowser, or not the Bowser, the battle minigame. Ooh. This is gonna be, this is a doozy, man. We'll see how many coins it is. If it's only 10 coins, he can win the minigame that comes afterward, and it's not a huge deal. It is only 10 coins, so he does have 2 shots at this, but this does put him in a bad situation. Blooper with a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much for that sub, Blooper. Raise peace in the chat. Thank you so much, man. And it is going to be grab bag. So the rules of this are fairly straightforward. All players start with a set number of mushrooms in their bag, and the player with the most at the end is the winner. However, there is a rare golden shroom, and you can see there Yoshi does pick it up. We'll see if he can hold on to it for the remainder of the minigame. Peach knows what's at stake. She's gunning for him, but as I say that, she gets robbed from DK. DK now stealing the golden shroom, and Yoshi getting robbed. Back-to-back steals from him as we enter into the final 10 seconds is rather unfortunate. DK actually dominating this minigame. I think Yoshi actually has no mushrooms left.
Finish!
Peach as well. I think Wario might have done it. Like I said, we did need to keep our eyes on him, but I think he did what he needed to do to close it out, and he did get the second place victory, which is going to push him over the edge and allow him to steal that star next turn. Ooh, very exciting stuff here. Now moving into the 4-player minigame, we have Hot Rope Jump, a minigame of, I can't even think of a good buzzword for it. Perseverance, I guess. You just have to remain focused and stay jumping as long as you can. Last man standing wins. Here we go, guys. We're going to see the transformation. There it is after 5 jumps. All players still holding on very strong here. We are going to experience the speed up around the 10 jump mark. And there it is, all players still doing a very good job of adapting. We are now back into a slowdown. Approaching the 20 jump mark, and all 4 players are still alive. These guys are in it to win it today, guys. 25 jumps. And we enter the extreme speed up section. Wario and Peach holding on strong. But Wario, at the end of the day, does close it out with a 29 jump score. Good stuff by him. And we are going to be seeing a position change here this turn. But as I say that, we enter into the last 5 turns. Here we go. We've got Yoshi in first, Peach in second, Wario in third, and DK, who has the dollars but is very much struggling to get a star. Bowser himself getting to decide who he thinks the winner is going to be, though. Oh, he picks the loser. He decides DK, the dong, is going to lose, and gives DK a little coin bonus. Here we go, guys. It all comes down to this. We are now officially in the late game. Oh, Wario's actually going away from the star. I misread the map, guys. This changes everything. He can't steal a star at all. He's actually doing... Everyone's doing fine. I take it back. He does have 69 coins, though. Yo, DK does pick up a star. He is now officially on the board, and with that star pickup, it is anyone's game, guys. It is anyone's game. There is only a mere 1-star lead separating 4th from 1st. As we enter into the last 5 turns, that's not something you expect to see, especially in the Bowser level, the grand finale, the big daddy, if you will, of the Mario Party 2 boards. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Now, I'm seeing a lot of question mark spaces from Peach, and I don't know for sure, but I've got a bit of a hunch that I think she might have the happening space locked up. I guess we will see as we enter into the minigame of Tile Driver. Now, Tile Driver is all about optimization of movement. In this minigame, there is going to be an image in the middle that all players have to reflect on their own screen, and it's up to the players to properly position themselves and figure out their routing so that they can minimize movement and optimize their ground pounds to the greatest extent. Now, we do see Yoshi opting to go for the all-bottom strat. We've got DK going for the left side strat, Wario going for the grab bag technique, and Peach going for the counterclockwise strat. Yoshi actually messing up. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but Yoshi actually ground pounded again. I don't think I've ever seen that before in a CPU match, where he realized it was right, but then ground pounded anyways. Peach does snag out the win, though. And Wario wants more than just 1 star and 69 coins. He wants blood. He is not only going to the item shop, which could have potentially a magic lamp in it, but also the closest by far to the star. So there is a lot going on here. Wario, the guy who has been kind of sitting in the middle of the pack for a while, now trying to prove himself and come alive in the late game. Yoshi also not far behind here. And we have another 4-player minigame. And it is going to be shell-shocked. Again, this minigame was the minigame that inspired the World of Tanks to developers to go on and make their own standalone, believe it or not. A little bit of trivia for you. But anyways, back to this minigame. Peach did win last time. We'll see if she can do it again. She immediately locks onto Yoshi. As I say that, Wario and DK are having a bit of a shootout. DK decides to give up, and Peach goes out early. Whoa, that was a banger. There was so much going on there. But Wario comes out on top somehow in the fray. Like I said in the middle of last turn, Wario is coming alive here. And we're seeing constant 3rd and 4th place position changes from DK and Wario. Just to show you how close that is. Ooh, now Wario does pick up a mushroom from the shop, but even with that item purchase, he still has more than enough money to pick up the star. And just like that, he goes from 4th into 2nd. Pretty much into 1st because he's under 10 coins away from 1st, and after landing on a potential blue space, he'll be a mere 3 coins away. Ooh, and the star is back in a place that does require a skeleton key, so we're either going to need a quick skeleton key purchase from one of these players or some type of magic lamp if these guys are going to get it in the closing turns. I believe we've had 3 hidden blocks so far this turn, by the way, which are this board, by the way, which is not unheard of, but it's looking unlikely that we'll get a 4th. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, none of those hidden blocks did have a star. All were 20 coin hidden blocks. Oh, Yoshi, though, landing on a Bowser space, and this could be big if we get a multiplying Toads or a Bowser Revolution. But unlucky for Yoshi, it is just a 30 coins for Bowser space, which means that he is going to be drained of his money just a little bit. And that does put him into 3rd. We have another 2v2 minigame, and it is going to be torpedo targets. This minigame was a minigame filled with frustration in my childhood, as it relies on coordination between each player per team. One of the players here navigating the boat here. The other player aiming the torpedoes. And the rules of this minigame are relatively simple. Hit more targets than the other team. And it looks like the team above, the team on top, taking an early lead. It is currently 1-0. It's now 2-0. These guys are getting farther ahead, and there seems to be some type of boat malfunction on the bottom as these guys are running into the wall. The team on bottom here, or the team on top, I should say, also having a bit of issues navigating their boat, but they seem to have a target in their sights, and they come in and snag it out from the bottom team again. It is now 3-0 for the guys on top. These guys on bottom are really struggling. They're gonna need to come alive right now, and they do pick up a target, but it might be too little too late. These guys are gonna need a miracle if they want to clutch this one out. And they do pick up a second target, but as there is only 1 second on the clock, it is not going to be enough. The guys up top, clutching it. Clutching it entirely. Wow, I didn't realize about halfway through that minigame, I looked at the bottom half of my screen and I didn't know what was going on, man. Wario adding another, whoa, I thought that was a star for a second. I got a little scared. Okay, not as crazy as I expected that turn, but he does add +1 to the happening spaces, which could come into play in the bonus stars. We'll see if that does actually end up happening. This is still anyone's game, guys. All 3 of the bonus stars are up in the air, but I think Wario might still have the coin star locked down. Charmander with a 21-month resub who says, Mario Christmas Ray, have a good last month of the year. Love your stream and the chat. Oh, Yoshi rolls too high and lands on the bills. Unlucky for him, man. Thank you so much, Charmander, for the 21, dude. I do really appreciate that. Sorry to interrupt. I had to get that. That was a pretty big play. We do have lights out though. DK this time, the solo player with the hammer. I believe Peach was the solo player before, and she did a relatively good job of closing it out in the closing seconds. We'll see if DK does something similar here. He takes out 2 players almost immediately. Peach now the only player alive with 20 seconds on the clock. She's doing a relatively good job of dodging so far, though, as we approach the halfway mark. 10 seconds on the clock. Oh, now Peach was flirting with disaster there by running into DK directly, and DK was not having any of it. He shut her down immediately. Ooh, and with one single minigame win, I think DK could actually take the coin star, and with one turn left, that minigame could determine what happens here. It could determine the entire flow of the board. This is big, man. This is big. As long as he doesn't lose any coins here. And he's looking good. So relatively simple rolls on the last turn here. A lot more simple than we've seen before. And with the final board results coming in, it's looking like all eyes are going to be on DK in this minigame. Unless we get deep sea salvage. Okay, all eyes are going to be on DK as we enter into the final minigame, which is dizzy dancing. Because again, a minigame win by him will give him the coin star and potentially bring him back into this. Dizzy dancing, of course, a very frustrating minigame. It does scramble the controls of all players, and it's up to them to adapt and respond quickly enough that they hit that middle piece before the other players. And with all players scrambling, it is actually Wario who picks that up. Wheeling Smasher, though, during that minigame, gifting a sub to SSB Mars. Thank you so much for your generosity, Wheeling Smasher. Can we get some raise peas in the chat? DK has never won a board. Here we go, though, guys. That is going to be all she wrote. But the bonus stars are happening live. Minigame star does go to Wario. And I believe with another bonus star pickup from Wario, that is going to put us out of reach. And Wario does come alive in time in the second half of the board to close this one out. This is going to be a win for the man in the purple overalls. He actually gets the clean sweep, picking up all 3 bonus stars. That is insane, man. Insanity. Big stuff by him, man. Big stuff by him. And here we go, guys. Moment of truth time, just to verify. And there it is! Wario closes out the Mario Party 2 saga with multiple wins. This was a good era of Mario Party games for Wario. He absolutely killed it, man. I think he actually won 3 out of the 5 boards, maybe? Oh no, though. Wario, with the very T-Sun-dare finish to the board. Wario won so many, so it's not surprising that he would come alive and win the finale here. I'm trying to run through all of the ones he won in my head. We did have, no, he won 3 and Mario won 1 and Luigi and Peach. So Yoshi actually getting shut out entirely. DK still remaining winless through 11 boards. And Wario, I think, tying the all-time record for wins in the series so far. There it is, guys. The final results. With a 2-star win. 2-star 20 coin win. Even. Big stuff by him. Yo, thanks for the bid, Scandork. The 100 biddies. And as we fade there, so too does the Mario Party 2 Grudge Matches, guys. That is the last one, and if you guys are either watching this live or pre-recorded, and you have missed any of these, the Mario Party 2 boards, all 6 of them were really, really good, and I highly recommend you go back and you watch them, and you catch yourself up, because it's worth it, man. It is, I promise. In any case, it is much appreciated, as always, for those of you that are tuning in live, and those of you that watch, take the time out of your day to watch the video on YouTube or in the form of a Twitch highlight. It is much appreciated, guys. So thank you so much. Next time we are back, we will be doing a different game. And the game that we will be doing will be Moment of Truth. Mario Party 3. It has been decided. We are going to move forward with Mario Party 3 as the next game in the series. I'm excited, guys. I am excited. There it is. Woo! Okay, alright. I can look at chat again. Sorry. I have to, like, focus. I really